What is good, everybody? It is your boy Swidge, and in today's video I have a special one for you. I survived 100 days on a Jurassic Skyblock server. So imagine dinosaurs, but in Minecraft, which aids you to make money. So basically, these dinosaurs, first of all, they're dinosaurs, super cool. They aided me in getting richer. I wanted to experience dinosaurs. Like, I didn't know dinosaurs in Minecraft was a thing. It is literally so easy to join this server. I'll put the IP of the server in the description, but all you need to do is put swidge.solumic.com in your added servers, and then bam, you're in. You don't need any plugins, any mods. It's literally that simple, guys. It was such a unique experience having a, economy side part with a dinosaur, with a skyblock side. It was such a cool feature, and I suggest all you guys come play. Actually, you can visit my island, which you guys will see near the end here. But I don't want to waste any more time in this video, guys, because it's actually such a good video, and it was so much fun to record. But be sure to leave a like on this video. It really does help out. A comment, and of course, guys, subscribe. It is 100% completely free, and we're almost at 100,000 subscribers, and I'm so excited for that special video that I have planned for you guys, so please do subscribe. Anyways, I set myself 3 goals in this kind of 100-day playthrough. Number 1, guys, I wanted to be a millionaire, okay? I wanted to have at least a $1 million balance to my name. Number 2, I wanted to get some dinosaurs on my island. And number 3, maybe, could I get to the top 10 of the richest people on this server? Find out now. And there I was on day 1, guys, with the sun setting down on me. YouTuber named This Swidge, spawned in on this island, just ready to get my adventure started. Of course, at the beginning of every adventure, you always go, you find a tree, you punch the tree, and you get some wood. There were some stone structures nearby, so I thought I'd make myself a stone axe so I could speed up the process. There was a chest with some supplies in it. It had 2 pieces of ice, so I thought the best thing to do would to make an infinite water source, and there was lava, so I made my first cobblestone generator. I was actually really surprised I didn't mess it up because I have not made a cobblestone generator in so long. I decided to make 2 just to increase efficiency and see if we can get our island bigger, and not only that, but get our economy bigger. I know I mentioned in the intro a little bit of details about the server and how it works, but I'll give you guys a better rundown. So basically how it works is whenever there is a cobblestone generated from any type of cobblestone generator, it can generate random blocks. So as you guys can see, I was mining that cobblestone and it turned into a piece of iron. So if you keep breaking it, you'll get ores, and this was kind of the gist of the economy and how I could build up my economy, make sure I had a lot of money. And so I spent the rest of the day just, as you can see here, I got my first diamond, which is literally insane. I even broke the 5th wall over here and stared at you guys because I was like, damn, I just got diamonds within the first not even 5 minutes of gameplay. So for the rest of the day and day 2, I just ended up mining, using the cobblestone generator. And on day 3, I had my first visitors on the island, so they were checking out what I had going. Obviously, we were just in the beginning stages, but they went to come take a tour of the new YouTuber in the server. So I spent the rest of the day just mining because I wanted to get my economy up. All of the visitors have left by day 4, and then this happened, so that was quite interesting. But yeah, I spent the majority of my days just mining the cobblestone generator, making sure we had our materials. And as you can see, my balance is on the right here, so you guys will watch this progress as the 100 days goes on. But my balance is progressed to $2,000, and of course one of the goals is to become the richest person on the server. I had a long way to go. I obviously didn't know too much about how the server worked and who the top players were, but I was committed and I was super excited for this adventure to start. I mean, at the end of the day, I just wanted to see the dinosaurs, guys. I won't lie to you. I can say all this and all that, but at the end of the day, I wanted some dinos. This is what made the server so unique and so different. The dinosaurs would aid me in making more money, so lots of profits, but at the end, but still, dinosaurs. Like, are you kidding me? Dinosaurs in Minecraft? I had to. Like, yeah, like, whoa. As you can see, I'm selling my hand here, so this is how I was slowly getting my balance up near the beginning at day 5. I actually thought I was doing pretty good, so the more money I had, the more money I had to spend in the store here so I can get all the stuff that I needed to progress further and further. I mean, at this point, I was basically super poor. Like, I was basically considered a hobo on the server, but, $1 at a time, guys. We're going to go to the top. Trust me, guys. But I was quite broke, I won't lie. I do apologize if you guys notice a little bit something different about the audio. I'm just currently moving into a new setup right now, so if you hear echoes in the background, I apologize. And I mean, on the bright side, guys, how does the microphone sound? I've changed a few things, so let me know down in the comment section below, and comment down what you're excited to see in this video, like what dinosaur. Just a quick reminder, guys, to subscribe if you haven't already. It's completely free, and it would support me a lot. And you guys know these videos take a long time. Anyways, between days 7 and 8, sorry, I'll get that quick plug in. I wanted to expand out the island a little bit. So I kind of, at this point, I've just been using the cobblestone generator, slowly farming, and actually we were having a really hard time with food. So At this current moment, I want to expand out the island, and I believe right now we're making the chest room. As you can see, the number one thing, as per usual, you guys know I like to do a chest room. Probably the first build I like to do as soon as I play in a Minecraft world, because I don't like not being organized, if that makes sense. Because you just get dizzy, your inventory is really full, and you're just like, what is going on? I'm so confused. So if I would give you guys any advice, if you guys were taking any advice from me, that's what I'd say. Make a chest room as soon as you get into your worlds. And during this time, I was just making these chest rooms and expanding out the island. It was a really good time for me just to, reflect and think, how am I gonna make money? Okay, so I know that I can mine cobblestone, so I can sell it, or I can find ores that I can sell and, smelt them so I can make more money. But this seemed to be the best way to make money, so I would have to think of some way to produce some type of cobblestone generator that would be able to make me a bunch of profit so I can get to these dinosaurs, aka my end goal. I mean, obviously I didn't want to just sit here and AFK here the whole time. I mean, during day 10, it was nice to AFK because I was actually watching the Attack on Titan episode. So I mean, shout out to all the AOT fans in here. Yeah, so I had to find a solution for me not to AFK with my pickaxe, my finger on my left mouse button. So on day 11 to 12, I started crafting a farm that we need from the extension from the island, because first of all, we needed food. You guys can see 19 pieces of bread, plus you guys are probably saying, yo, Swidge, you can just buy food from the shop when you do /shop. But I wanted to save money, right? So if I was spending money on food, then I wouldn't be able to spend money on things that could get me further. So I was trying my best to take it slow. And on day 13, we had actually our first friend join us on the island. His name was Frank the chicken. So I boxed him up like a fish inside this dirt barricade, and I wanted to make sure if another one were spawning, I could mate them. But I found something out later on that you guys will also find out along with me. I spent day 14 just making more layers to the wheat farm and cleaning up around the island, because I wanted to make the island look really presentable. I mean, obviously the main goal is to make a lot of money and get the dinosaur, but I wanted to make the island look good. But on day 15, I actually visited some of the server members' island, and I realized it was an eye-opening experience. It was cracked. They had generators going, they had spawners going, so I had so much more work to do. And I asked one piece of advice from them, and they suggested to make a micro carrot farm, so this way I could sell carrots, and carrots actually sold for a lot in the shop on the server. I was super proud of this because I have no experience in redstone, nor do I know what's going on with redstone. So shout out to that tutorial I watched. I had some island visitors check out my micro carrot farm, making sure everything was working, and I met a friend actually who helped me out from day 19 to 21. He showed me I believe this is the mine. So basically you can find fossils for dinosaurs here, so you can get the crafting recipes. And so this was super cool. I spent day 19 to 21 here in the mines, just first of all just getting the ores, because it's a mine in general, so you get a bunch of ores and levels. But then also I found dinosaur fossils, which would save me a lot of money because I could buy them, but it would be really costly. So I found 4 dinosaur fossils, and this was great. And now you guys can see my balance on the right hand side. Come on, guys. Your boy was no longer poor, but he was a millionaire. Are you kidding me? I mean, obviously I AFK'd a lot and I sold a lot of carrots, but your boy's now a millionaire. So we were taking steps. I even sold some fossils that I didn't think I was going to need right away. So my balance was almost 2 million. So I had to get it there. I sold the rest of my carrots in my hand, and boom, $2 million, guys. I'm no longer a hobo. But as you can see, as the days go on, my balance, it fluctuates based on progressing forward and, just getting more money. So that's just the name of the game. And as you can see, on day 23, I started expanding out the island a little more. Now that I'm a millionaire, guys, I could afford a little bit of the finer things in life, but I still use wood to build. But, that's just the original. That's just me. That's just the Minecraft player in me. But I can now afford blocks if I needed them in doing /shop, so it made it a lot easier for me to do builds. But I spent day 23 and 24, just making nice adjustments to the chest room and just making the island bigger, because obviously I wanted something that if people were to visit my island, and obviously myself, that they think it's a good island. I know it's actually a skyblock, it's not actually an island, but I like to think of it as a island in the sky. So if I refer to it as an island, guys, that is why. Okay, you guys are probably wondering, Swidge, if you're a millionaire, why don't you have dinosaurs? Guys, I'm not even near getting a dinosaur. There's so many stages and levels and steps to get a dinosaur on this server, which is one of the things I don't like, but at the same time I do like, because getting a dinosaur shouldn't be easy. It should be a task that you earn. So when I eventually get this first dinosaur here, it just felt so good. So the progression was coming slowly, but at least we weren't hobos and we were millionaires now, right, guys? And on day 26, guys, we got our very first spawner. I got myself a pig spawner. It was actually the cheapest. I needed to have a specific island level, and I needed to have the amount of money. So I finally got to do that, and now I had a pig spawner on the island, so our food problems would now be solved, and I spent the rest of that day AFK using the cobblestone generator. And on day 27, guys, we were one step closer to getting that dinosaur. We placed our incubator, and what the incubator does was, as soon as you had a dinosaur egg, when you could craft it, when you could afford it, and you had everything to make it, then you could put it inside the incubator for the egg to slowly hatch while you unlock it doing quests. So the incubator was beautiful. This cow was ruining my view. He had to go. So yeah, as you can see here, I had an egg, my very first one for the Velociraptor egg, and I placed it in the incubator on day 27, guys. So we're so close to a dinosaur. I was super excited. I know this is pretty boring to watch, guys, on day 28, but all I did was farm carrots. You know, I farmed them, I replanted them, but this is a really big process of part of the game. So basically, the dinosaurs, the Velociraptor, the Stegosaurus, the Mammoth, and the Tyrannosaurus Rex, they all had special abilities and special unique qualities that they give you. So the Velociraptor, it would give me better drops for the cobblestone generator, so I wanted that one first. The second one, the Stegosaurus, this would increase the XP and drop rates of mob spawns when you kill them on my island. And the Mammoth increased the drop rates of all the crops planted. So for example, these carrots here, if I had a Mammoth nearby, more carrots would drop out of it. And the Tyrannosaurus Rex, I actually never say Tyrannosaurus. I usually just say T-Rex because my English isn't the greatest. But that was not all for the dinosaurs. The dinosaurs had those effects, but you could also level up those dinosaurs so they can bring those effects even more. The multiplier, so we can get even more rich. But I think that's what made it really unique, this type of skyblock economy, because I know there's other ones just like this, but they're not with the dinosaurs. So this was super cool. And one thing I'm noticing right now, actually, guys, is there's shaders in this, and I had shaders in the beginning, but I realized midway through in the first couple days that my computer couldn't handle it. So sorry, guys. Maybe one of these other videos I'll give you an insane viewing experience, but for the time being, you know, the Swidge's computer couldn't handle this intensive shaders gameplay. On day 30, I found myself at another server member's island because he was just so insane. Like, he was literally cracked that he was so far ahead. So I had to use a zombie spawner because they had daily quests on the server that you can complete that would help the hatching of the dragon. And we already had, you know, the Velociraptor in the incubator, but we had to hatch it through quests. So that was something that needed to get done between day 30 to 35. I did an expansion on the island. It was kind of small, so I wanted to, you know, give it a lot of size so I can have a lot of room to work with. As you can see, just buying a lot of dirt, a lot of plotting, you know, a lot of boring stuff you guys don't want to see. So I thought I'd put this in a speed run type beat, and then I actually made some pathways around the island to just make it look good. And yeah, it was just for me, for the vanity. You guys know I'm not the greatest builder, but I wanted to give it a nice dinosaur kind of Jurassic vibe. Nice little plug to and a transition from that. That was actually me chatting with one of my friends on the Discord server. If you guys want to join my Discord server, I actually chat with a lot of you guys in there. Link is in the description. Be sure to check it out, guys. Join the Swidge Swamp. And it could be you. I could be having conversations with you while I record these 100-day videos, because sometimes I get a little lonely. I don't mind answering guys' questions and talking to you guys. By day 36, we actually came a long way since day 1. I was actually super proud of just the progress we were making. Like, we were about to hatch our first dinosaur, Velociraptor. I was so excited to have that done. Obviously, I need to get more quests done so I could hatch. So there's a daily quest usually that's slaying zombies. So I ended up doing that. And on day 37 as well, I visited this cracked cobblestone generator. It works with TNT. So obviously this guy is a little further ahead than everyone else on the server. So I was like, damn, I need me one of those, and I was super motivated. So on day 38, my micro farm didn't work anymore, so I asked for some help, and I called these guys the server gods. It was Armin and Evan. Shout out to these guys if they're watching the video. Thank you guys so much for all your help. But they helped me fix this micro carrot farm, and then I was like, damn, I want a TNT cobble farm as well. So I started doing it myself, but then they're like, no, let me handle it for you. So I hired them as contractors, I guess you could say. And together, the two top server members put together a cobblestone TNT generator. This took them a couple days here. Honestly, I didn't want to interfere with their process because I had no idea what they were doing. I'm literally a rookie, a hobo, and they were literally like billionaires, so I didn't want to get in their way. So I did what I know how to do best. I farmed some carrots. I tamed the horses that were spawning in on my skyblock, and then they continue to do their cracked redstone contraption. To this day, I don't even know what's happening. I tried to pay them in pork chops and golden apples. I was like, you guys want a snack? Please take the snack, because you guys are doing so much for me, and I feel bad because I'm not helping in any way possible. Think about it like this, guys. Like, I was like one of your parents, you know, guys, when you have people doing your front yard or constructing something, and your mom brings out like lemonade or whatever for them to drink, or some water. That was me, because I didn't know what was going on. And as you can see, after they were done the work, you can see how this worked here. So basically, they have two sides of cobblestone pushing towards a centerpiece where TNT falls from above. Literally, this blew my mind. And as you can see, there's a hopper that they all drop into here, and it goes into my cell chest. So any type of thing that drops into my cell chest is sold automatically. So you guys can look at this overview here. So basically, you see him running through, it's circling through this water, and it just cycles through and sells it. So literally, all I have to do is AFK, and those hoppers will, you know, feed it into the chest, and I was gonna be rich. So this was super cool. It got me super far ahead. On day 48, I'm just expanding out the island. I wanted to, you know, centralize most of the stuff that I did around here, just because obviously look how cracked this thing is. And then I ended up just using the carrot farm, of course. Not even a couple days after, guys, this happened here. I wasn't quite sure how to work the contraption correctly, and as you can see, the bottom piece went to smithereens. Like, it literally just blew up. Basically, a TNT slid down and blew up the whole system. You know, I was honestly a little kid. I couldn't even maintain this thing. So obviously, when one of the guys were back online, I asked if they could repair it for me. I felt really bad, because I don't know a lot about redstone. Okay, guys, don't blame me. But on day 52, I started making a little lake/pond inside the Skyblock island, because, you know, it was feeling kind of dry, you know, and a nice little pond would add a little bit of life to it. And at this point, the cobble TNT farm was now, you know, working. But yeah, I definitely knew what I was doing. And on day 60, I know we did a big time jump, but I grinded so hard. And I was like, I want this dinosaur. Our Velociraptor was now ready to be hatched. But to hatch it, I needed an enclosure to contain the dinosaur, but I didn't have the money at the time, so I frantically sold all the fossils I had so I could at least afford the materials to make the enclosure, because that kind of makes sense. I don't want it running around, you know, killing everything. So there you go, guys. We made our enclosure builder. Boom. I placed it down, and boom, it did its thing. Like, it just started stacking blocks on blocks, making things on things, and the dinosaur was coming. I was so excited. The Velociraptor was finally ready to enter the island. There he was. There he was. The dinosaur, finally. Took us 61 days to finally see one on our island. I mean, we saw them on the spawn. We were taunted. We were teased. But now, we had one for our own. I called him Vinny. Vinny the Velociraptor, guys. Come on, spam it up in the comments section. Vinny the Velociraptor. Things were looking good, guys. On day 62, I got some crate keys for their new crates that they unlocked on the server. Basically, you can get these just through the item shop on their server website. Basically, it has rare items, cosmetic, pets, hats, and so I want to test my luck. Yes. Got the dragon hat, as you guys can see right here, which looks super cool. I equipped it, and I stood beside the guy that had it on. We were matching. It was pretty cool to have this dragon on my head, actually. Did it again. Come on, guys. Drum roll. Drum roll. An elytra. An elytra. Are you kidding me? Okay, we'll take that. We'll take that. Now I kind of look like a dragon now. I had the wings, you know, I had the helmet. It was 2 free. Boom. The night hat. Oh my god, this one was actually kind of cool. The night hat, I stood beside the knight over here. I kind of like this one. I don't know if I like the dragon hat more or the night hat. And I also got this selling wand / wrench, so I don't know what it really did. And I put it on the market for $10 million on the auction house, just to see if anybody would bite. And of course, we wanted more dinosaurs on our island. So on day 66, I got the recipe to make a Stegosaurus egg. And so I crafted that because I wanted to get more dinosaurs on the island. One wasn't going to do that. I mean, one was cool. Vinny was cool. I loved Vinny. But Vinny needed friends. He needed dinosaur friends. You know, I was his friend, but he needed real dinosaurs. So I took a break from the whole Skyblock economy, you know, scene. You know, day 66, I challenged my boy Nets Go. Shout out if you're watching this video, bro. And we had a nice PvP brawl. Long story short, we battled in this dinosaur fossil aged arena, and you guys know me. You guys know me. I don't even, what am I trying to say right now? My PvP, my PvP isn't the greatest, but you guys know me. Come on, you know how to represent for the family. Are you kidding me? GG, Nets. GG. And after a long day of just, you know, PvP, and I took a peaceful day off, and I went fishing in the little pond I made. I totally forgot I made this, so I was like, might as well make some use to it. Day 68, started making the pathway, side pathway to go into Vinny's enclosure, and I kind of just looked on top of this jungle tree, because, you know, the island was shaping up. Had the dragon hat on. Oh yeah, what do you guys like more, the night hat or the dragon hat? Personally, I think the night hat is cool for certain situations, but I'm more of an overall, you know, dragon hat guy. So that's my take on it. Of course, between all these days, I don't show everything, but I always try to do the quests when they were available so I can get the Stegosaurus hatched because I wanted another dinosaur. Went to go visit Vinny on day 69. These animals, they were risking their lives in here. You know, look at that sheep over there and that chicken. Like, y'all finna risk it all. Like, what are you guys doing? And then I AFK'd for a while, guys. Got my money up, as you can see on the right-hand side on day 75. I thought maybe it's some time to, you know, spice it up a bit and start upgrading the Velociraptor. So I was already level 4 at this point. The point of leveling up Vinny was he was going to give us better multipliers, as you can see here. So what I mean by multipliers, instead of them drop like the cobblestone dropping cobblestone, it could drop more diamonds or gold. And on day 77, the Stegosaurus enclosure was now ready. I placed it right beside Vinny's enclosure, and boom, once again, it went to work. And I had to get a good view. I went for the top of the redstone contraption, and I watched this building get put together. Not even a building, an enclosure for our new Stegosaurus that was being welcomed into our island. While this was being built, I was really hoping that the Stegosaurus was just as friendly as Vinny, because Vinny didn't want to hurt me, didn't want to hurt any of the mobs. I was just really praying that the Stegosaurus wasn't going to eat me. I know that they are vegetarians, I think. Frank was here for the grand opening of the Stegosaurus being welcomed to his enclosure, but I think he noticed me open up the dinosaur menu, so he kind of just, you know, welcomed himself away from the enclosure because he didn't want to die. And boom, guys, there it was. Our Stegosaurus was welcomed to his enclosure. He was so happy. He was doing 360s and going crazy. I don't know what to explain. I was kind of confused. I was just trying to get a good look at him, but I just wanted to make sure he was feeling welcome, so I mimicked his movements and I started rotating my body as well. Come on, you know, I had to make sure he was feeling welcome. Look at him, man. He was going crazy. He was having a great time in his enclosure. You can see this whole time while I'm making a nice way to him. I named him Smiley Stan because he was smiling. His name was Stan, you know, Stan the Stegosaurus, guys. And that was his enclosure. It was really close to Vinny, so this was super cool. I know one of my goals was to get just the dinosaurs on the island, but I wanted to get a third by the day 100. So at least there would be 3 dinosaurs and I can make a walkway. So on day 78 to 80, I started making like a more of a grand entrance towards this backside of the island. This is where all the life was, so where the cobble farm was and where the dinosaurs were. So I wanted to make this more of the central area of the island to make it look like almost like a Jurassic Park themed type of area. Almost died building the entrance, put some fire and flames, wanted to make it look super cool. And then I just kind of just cleaned up this whole area. I wasn't really feeling the whole vibe here, so I wanted to make it look more cool. I labeled this thing here the money machine, like the millionaire money machine, because think about it, guys, we came a long way. I don't know if you guys can see my balance on the right hand side, but someone actually bought my spawn wrench for $10 million, so I was now a 10 millionaire. Okay, I don't even know if that's a word, but I was now a 10 millionaire. I was a millionaire a long time ago, but we came a long way from being a hobo. And so I started planning out another pathway for the third dinosaur that hopefully we could get out before 100 days, so I wanted to focus all my efforts in on that. From day 81 to literally day 99, we did a bunch of housekeeping things to get the final dinosaur that we wanted for day 100, to get the vanity around our island up, and just to get, obviously, our funds and just feel straight. So basically, I spent the next couple days at the mine grabbing more fossils. As you guys can see, I know, 10 million. Obviously, it's not enough for me. So, you know, I went to the mines, wanted to get more fossils so I could sell them. And it was about time we started eating a little bit better. So I got myself some golden carrots because the saturation on that is so much better. I wasted a couple days making this like multi-layer mob spawner that I could use. But I found out at the end that my island level wasn't, you know, high enough to place these mob spawners. So I kind of built those all for nothing. But I placed them on item frames, so whenever I was ready to use them when I got a higher level, if we ever, you know, end up playing 100 more days here, then they'd be ready to go. I even started spawning in cats here, so we tamed our first cat on the island, and of course, guys, always got to spend a couple days just working up on those paths. I wanted to make sure all the walkways to the new dinosaur, when it was ready to go, the mammoth was ready. So, you know, just cleaned up the place, making sure all the pathways looked good. Had these little iron bar effect that I wanted to kind of do to make it look like the dinosaurs were scary, even though they weren't scary at all. They didn't want to hurt me. I don't know if they would hurt anybody else, but they definitely didn't hurt me. So near the end of the 100 days, I actually opened my island up towards the public so people could come, you know, check it out, see what I've done so far. And you guys can actually do that if you were to hop on the server today. These guys thought it was pretty interesting that Stan was dancing around and going crazy like this, as I did as well. So, you know, it was nice to hear that, you know, everyone else thought he was crazy, but he was my Stan, okay? And then I thought Vinny escaped on this day right here, and I was like, what is going on? So I ran over to Vinny's enclosure, but he he was still over there. What I found out, to my surprise, was the person who visited, that was actually their pet. So they could walk around Vinny. So Vinny got a little play date with this other velociraptor. He even showed me this little pet that he had. Like, I wanted to get my hands on a pet. But yeah, I spent a couple days just running around the island, placing around flowers, getting the vanity, and you guys see even a family of bees showed up. I don't know if they actually lived. I had a bunch of campfires placed around, so it was definitely a hazard to those bees. I decided to make a beacon on our island as well until I was just finishing up, and then I realized that my island level wasn't high enough, just like those spawners. So I put in an item frame, just like the other things, and I was like, okay, close enough. We even actually ended up getting birds on the property, the parrots. Goat the Gray, you know, he was gray, so I called him Goat the Gray, and Tammy the Teal. They were going to hold down the island. Those were our jungle birds. Added a really nice aesthetic to our island. They even called YouTubers. You see that? YouTuber Tammy, are you kidding me? And then, of course, the YouTuber Goat. Come on, guys. Evan started mating these horses here. They made a little baby. I tried to push this horse into the lava. I was really close, guys. But then Evan came and saved the day, and he gave me the nod of disapproval. We tried, guys. But it was getting close. We were getting really near. So I made our pathway to make our mammoth, and boom. I placed down the mammoth enclosure, and I ran away so I can get a good shot of it. I ran up so I can get up to the tree, went up the vines, and I got a really good view of the enclosure being built. Guys, we did it. Goal number 1, we were a millionaire. Goal number 2, we had dinosaurs. Goal number 3, to be top 10 on the server money-wise. We didn't do that, guys, okay? A lot of these people on here, they're insane. You know? I'm still basically a hobo to them, and $32 million is nothing to them. So, you know, at least we had a mammoth. Look at him, guys. He's slipping around in the ice. He's going crazy like the Stegosaurus, going crazy like Vinny. Look at him, man. Of course, I had to match his movements, but he calmed down after a while. He just had to get used to the environment, and we called him Mike. Mike the Mammoth. And then I prepared for the rest of the day for day 100. And then the long-awaited day 100 came. I stepped out of the Emerald Beacon. I looked at Tammy, looked at Goat, and we just kind of looked around at our island. What we did, it was day 100. At day 1, we literally had nothing. And I can't believe we had this all. You know, all these jungle trees, we really did the vibe that I want to do. The incubator that hatched the 3 dinosaurs that we have on our property today. And, of course, the chest room. That was probably one of our first projects and most necessary, and the furnace room, which we didn't actually use a lot of until like after we started making a lot of money. Our enchantment station, the nice little pool that we made. You know, I had a nice little jacuzzi. There's the beehive right there, as you guys can see, and the multi-level spawner that doesn't work because I'm not high enough level. But then we walked into, I guess you could say, Jurassic Park. Of course, I had to check out the millionaire money machine, and I walked along the path. And there, just admiring the jungle trees, the scenery, and there was Mike the Mammoth. Well, he was still slipping and sliding around, but I think he'd get used to his environment. And of course, Vinny is a beast. Our very first dinosaur. He held a special part in our hearts because not only was he the most useful one on the island, but he was our first. Stan as well, still spinning around, breakdancing, going crazy. And that's all. That's all we did on our island that day. And that's all we really built. And on day 100, to just cap it all off, I went on top of the island, the highest point, on top of a jungle tree, and I jumped off into the slime. And that was all that concluded day 100. Thank you guys so much for joining me on this 100-day journey on Jurassic Skyblock. Don't forget to check out this server. You guys can play it. You guys know it's in the description, the IP. In the beginning, just run back the video. You'll see how to get here. But if you enjoyed this video, I really enjoyed making it for you. Be sure to leave a like, comment, and of course, guys, subscribe. I'll see you guys in the next video.